The story of a Nipsey Hussle, Blacc Sam, and Big U parking lot incident explained in details. In this tale, I will cover the incident involving Nipsey Hussle, his brother Blacc Sam, and Eugene Big U, Henley in the parking lot of the Marathon clothing store.
And I'm on a phone, he FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? What you mean? That you talking about?
No, because listen, so after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
That's, yeah.
And what did he do? He started laughing. Your brain is going to react in the most genuine way, naturally. Justice for Nip. Justice for Nip. You see this shit?
What you waiting on, though? You don't know what you waiting on, though. What you waiting on? You got to tell us what you waiting on. Yeah, my mama, bro, you would have been
Justice for Nip.
Your boy would have been there like, yeah,
you got it. I swear to God, everybody that was showing this shit,
You did. You did.
He ain't realizing people screen recording it.
The guys are like laughing in the clip too. It's kind of weird.
They with him. No, it ain't. It's Nip. That's what that means. That's what that means. Cause that dude is the most vicious, conniving snake I've seen. For him to say all this little brother shit about Nip, and on Paru for me to know what I know, bozo wozo.
Damn.
He's a bozo. And more shit gonna continue to come out.
An incident that reportedly escalated to the point where Blacc Sam drew a heavy firearm and fired warning shots to force Big U and several Rollin' 60s members to back off. According to accounts, Nipsey Hussle was on the verge of being forcibly taken as a form of street-level discipline or punishment until Sam intervened decisively. Here the story goes.
That's the throw-off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that.
Let's start with the background story. Nipsey Hussle and Blacc Sam were influential figures in the Crenshaw district of Los Angeles. Nipsey Hussle had invention and innovations mindsets. Blacc Sam, the brother of Nipsey Hussle, has spoken in several interviews about Nipsey's remarkable mindset and work ethic from a young age. He recalled how Nipsey was always curious, driven, and ahead of his time, often teaching himself how things worked. As a kid, Nipsey would collect discarded computer parts, sometimes even taking them from neighbors or local spots, just to piece together his own functioning computers. It was clear early on that Nipsey wasn't just creative, he was a visionary in the making.
You know, he was hustling. He was getting money a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. He put me up on that CD thing a long time ago when he was in high school. Mm-hmm. He actually built the computer young with the burner in it and was showing me. I was like, man, he's bringing backpacks full of equipment, and then he bringing it in the bedroom. We share the bedroom. I'm like, bro, get up out of here, man. I'm clean. I want my shit clean.
Right.
I'm like, get this junk out of here. I'm building the computer. I like, bro, shut up. You building the computer. He built it, and that motherfucker was working, and then he stole a CD burner. He got one, and he put it in, and he showed me, and he came back, I think, one day from high school with like $300. And so this is the time I'm flipping burgers still. I'm making like 60, 70 a day.
Off of
CDs. Yeah. You know, all the news, he was telling me, I go to Napster, I get it before it comes out, I got a list. And he showed me these lists. He like, I got another 300-400 orders that I'm burning today to get to school. So I was just, now I'm like, all right, show me.
All of this took place well before their life-changing trip to Africa, specifically to Eritrea, their father's homeland. It was also before the moment Blacc, Sam, and Nipsey, in an effort to safeguard their hard-earned money, reportedly dug a hole and buried $250,000. The move was a strategic decision to protect their cash from potential robberies or police raids while they were away overseas. Nipsey and Sam were, and still are, prominent figures in the Crenshaw community. Although Blacc Sam never joined Rollin' 60s, he was a highly respected individual in the area and one of the major plugs of many of the Rollin' 60s for various things before he fully focused on the store and running Nipsey's All Money and label as a creative director and co-founder. Blacc Sam made about $1 million in his teenage. Nipsey was a beloved member, and notably due to influential he had around so many people in LA, Nipsey had a daughter whose name is Imani. Nipsey's daughter's mother is reportedly Big U's niece, adding a familial connection between Nipsey and Big U. The alleged incident. Around 2011, tensions reportedly escalated when Nipsey became concerned about the environment his daughter was exposed to while in the care of her mother. Allegedly, Nipsey confronted an individual at his daughter's mother's residence, resulting in a physical altercation. This incident reportedly led to Big U confronting Nipsey at the Marathon clothing store. An altercation ensued in the alley near the store, during which Big U allegedly assaulted Nipsey. Blacc Sam, witnessing the incident, reportedly fired a warning shot into the air to disperse the situation. The LAPD arrived shortly thereafter, detaining those involved. All parties were released the following day. The aftermath. Here's what happened. Many people don't know that Nipsey's daughter's mother is actually Big U's niece. There was a point in time where Nipsey and his daughter's mothers were bumping heads, and allegedly she had brought some people around his daughter or put her in an environment within the house. He was very upset by his babe mother, tried to put her beautiful daughter around people who were into drugs, molesters, alcohol, toxicity in general. In 2011, Nipsey allegedly went over to his daughter's mother's residence by himself and badly beat, U-Pan, pistol whipped an individual who was with his child's mother at the time for having his daughter in an unsafe / inappropriate environment. He beat up the individual to almost fainted, and then his babe's father somehow got hurt in a mix of a fight. His babe mother and Big U family sending him to the hospital. I cannot confirm this, but allegedly his aggression had caused some sort of bodily harm to his daughter's mother as well. Big U got word of this and pulled up to the store while Nipsey was there and pressed him about it. Nipsey said things that Big U didn't like, and they fought in the alley near the store. Allegedly, Big U beat Nipsey up pretty badly and more than enough. He also threatened Blacc Sam, who went in the store, retrieved a one the big gun with so many arrests he owned that time. People from Rolling 60s says it looks like Russ Tech, Blacc Sam hanged ropes, and multiple shots which intimidated Big U. Sam blasted a couple shots own time in the air to get Big U off of his brother. Big U heard couple gunshots laid down, backed off, almost ran. LAPD arrived within 1 minute of Sam's warning shot and arrived seeing some of the scuffle and Blacc Sam holding his pistol. LAPD immediately opened fire on Blacc Sam from about 30 yards away. Somehow, not one bullet hit Sam, and they all were ordered on the ground, roughed up and handcuffed while the chopper hovered over the store and taken to jail that night. They would all bail out the next morning. Nipsey and Big U settled their differences just a few weeks after the incident and got back close again around late 2016 and were on good terms when he passed. Big U was even his road manager on his promo tour for the Victory Lap promo during the release. Long live Nipsey, and Blacc Sam deserves the key to the city in LA for all the businesses he started and community work he's done. What so many people didn't know, Esam never joined Rolling 60s. A lot of people always assumed based on Blacc Sam, throwing up the 60s sign, and even at the funeral saying when Sam was scrapping and said, "You made the set proud, we proud of you, the whole world proud of you." What many don't know Sam was official, just always focused on hustling more so than banging. Blacc Sam never joined the 60s. He was a renowned street hustler. The Crips respected him highly, and the community of Crenshaw District respected him as well. In an interview with Big U where he spoke about him and Big Sam never getting along and specifically saying Big Sam wasn't from his hood. Blacc Sam was pressing 60s in the county jail and caught fades with some troubles in Hoovers. Many still question if Big U definitely set up Nipsey death. He got power in the Los Angeles Police Department. It looks like Big U get funding from the state to start a nonprofit / gang intervention program. Big U wanted Blacc tax off thousands of dollars for individuals who come through in Crenshaw.
We probably had
Nipsey got tired of extortion, and this brings us to a situation where Nipsey Hussle brought. The relationship between Nipsey Hussle and his former manager, Eugene Big U Henley, has been the subject of various rumors, particularly concerning alleged extortion attempts.
Wow.
In a 2021 interview on Drink Champs, Big U addressed these rumors, stating,
If Nipsey gets killed. Or after Nipsey get killed, then the rumor goes out, Big U has something to do with it. We lost everything.
You lost all those.
Everyone, I tell you everything.
Wow.
Kanye stopped answering the phone. Adidas stopped answering
What?
the phone. And I ended up almost going dead broke because we already committed to these teams.
"We ain't got no beef. Period. We never stopped talking. All the way up until he signed the deal with Atlantic Records. He called me and said, UNC, let's go." He emphasized that their relationship remained positive until Nipsey's death and dismissed the extortion allegations as unfounded. However, in 2022, YouTuber Hassan Campbell claimed that Big U and music executive Blacc 100 attempted to extort Nipsey's partner, Lauren London, over an alleged explicit video involving Nipsey. Campbell asserted he overheard a conversation between Big U and Blacc 100 discussing this matter. These claims have not been substantiated, and Big U has not publicly responded to them. Additionally, in 2023, Big U sent a cease and desist letter to the No Jumper podcast after a guest suggested he had prior knowledge of Nipsey's death. Big U refuted these claims, stating they were false and damaging. While there have been allegations and rumors regarding Big U's involvement in extortion related to Nipsey Hussle, Big U has consistently denied these claims, and no concrete evidence has emerged to support them. Eugene Big U Henley, a prominent figure in Los Angeles' hip-hop and gang intervention scenes, is currently facing serious federal charges, including racketeering, extortion, fraud, and murder. These allegations have reignited discussions about his past associations, particularly with the late rapper Nipsey Hussle. Allegations against Big U. In March 2025, a federal grand jury indicted Big U on 43 counts, accusing him of leading a criminal enterprise known as Big U Enterprise. Prosecutors allege that he operated this organization as a mafia-like syndicate involved in various criminal activities, extorting celebrities, including professional athletes and musicians, embezzling funds from charitable organizations, notably the Developing Options nonprofit, which received substantial funding from the Los Angeles Mayor's office.
Updating breaking news just coming into our newsroom. 2 fugitives wanted by the FBI, including a longtime accused LA gang leader, now in custody tonight.
Let's get right to Mark Cordero, who joins us now with new developments live in the newsroom. Mark?
Yeah, David and Ellen, good evening. We've been following this story throughout the day. Federal officers arrested more than a dozen members tied to the gang known as the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips, though its leader was on the run. Well, within the last 20 minutes, the FBI announcing that man, Eugene Henley Jr., aka Big U, is now in custody. We have just learned new details that Henley turned himself in. Earlier, Air 7 was overhead as some of the alleged gang members were being processed at the FBI's LA field office. 19 were indicted. The FBI says Henley headed up the local Crip.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons, I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. Shit is all bullcrap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to, I don't even know what to say. Now, 21 years, I've elevated my family, come back, sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me, I hope you help me. If you ain't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate the people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it.
First Street, it might be to, I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go. Just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. He's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Blacc. Blacc, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all fired. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of it. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Blacc said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they can go on the internet and do what they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Cause I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my window. They calling my son, at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Blacc said he's gonna destroy developing option, right? So who gonna replace developing option? Which one of you fuck niggas in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Because whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Blacc. Believe that. So remove me to get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is. That's what the whole play is. I'm out. I'm gonna send y'all videos to put up, all of them until they lock me up.
Orchestrating the murder of an aspiring rapper identified as RW in Las Vegas after the artist allegedly recorded a diss track about him. Connection to Nipsey Hussle. Big U played a significant role in Nipsey Hussle's early career, helping to launch him into the music industry. However, their relationship reportedly deteriorated over time. While there is no concrete evidence linking Big U to Nipsey's 2019 murder, speculation has arisen due to the nature of the charges against him and his alleged involvement in similar activities. Some sources suggest that Nipsey's efforts to distance himself from gang affiliations and his refusal to participate in extortion schemes may have created tensions. Community reactions. The charges against Big U have elicited varied responses. Rapper SKG, who claims to have been a victim of Big U's alleged abuse, expressed relief at his arrest, stating that he had terrorized the Crenshaw community for years.
You know, Big U is facing a lot of serious charges right now. I mean, you've spoken out about him in the past. I mean, do you think there's any truth to these allegations?
All the allegations are true, yeah.
I mean, why do you say so?
Because I was a victim, and the things that he has done to me, he's a monster, and everything that he's getting right now, he definitely deserves it.
Can you share what happened between you two?
Well, you know, he jumped on me. He lured me over to Nipsey Hussle's shop. He jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me up. Made me go to another part of the neighborhood. I got jumped by 3 girls. I still have a scar on my back from that incident. He lied on me. He extorted me. He threatened people not to work with me. I mean, he did a lot. He did a whole lot. And it wasn't just a singular thing he did. He did this throughout the years with me, with events, with people, with situations. He's just a monster. He's a bully, and he deserves to be in jail. He should have been in jail a long time ago.
I know one of the allegations against him is murder. I mean, you think that one's true then?
I don't understand why the family would lie. The family reached out to me, and I did speak with the family, and it's a sad situation because we're talking about a child. This was a child. Big U is a 60-year-old grown man. And you have 2 different type of people in this world. You have people that are screaming free a 60-year-old gangbanger, and then you have people that want justice for an innocent child. And you need to figure out what type of person you are. I know the allegations are true, you know, but they say you're innocent until proven guilty, but in my opinion, he's guilty of everything. People can look at my interviews from years ago when I was speaking out about this, when I went on Tasha K, Blacc 100 spoke about it. They just spoke about it on No Jumper. I've been speaking about this for years. And as a woman, you know, you should never let a man think it's okay to put their hands on you. A person should never want to extort you or harm you just because they feel like it. That is crazy to me, you know. And for me, it makes me feel good that my story helped other people tell their stories. That's what I'm most happy about.
You know, would him, you know, going to jail help you, you know, sleep easier at night? Do you feel like the LA streets are safer now?
Well, as far as me, I'm going to be safe regardless, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be safe regardless because I'm not playing. I'm going to protect myself. But I definitely feel like a lot of people, they're happy. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, we are so happy that he went to jail. I mean, this morning someone reached out to me and told me that he was extorting the food vendors. And I'm like, what? They were like, yes, he was extorting the food vendors at Crenshaw High. And I'm like, God damn, like he just extorted the whole city. So yeah, I think a lot of people are happy.
I know. There's talk about Big U that he was involved in Nipsey Hussle's death. I mean, have you seen any proof that would confirm that?
For me being over and growing up in that area, I'm going to tell you guys this. He definitely has something to do with that.
Wow.
And justice for Nipsey. And I know that justice is coming for Nipsey. And I think people are going to be shocked once they see everything that really happened and how he played a part in it. So yeah, you guys are going to start seeing stuff soon in regards to the part that he had to play in the demise of Nipsey. And he was very jealous of Nipsey. Me and Nipsey both went through stuff dealing with him, and we went through the exact same things with him. So he was very jealous of Nipsey.
Conversely, Big U has denied all allegations, asserting that he is being targeted despite his efforts to help the community. As the legal proceedings continue, the full extent of Big U's activities and their impact on the Los Angeles hip-hop community remain under scrutiny. But now here the Star gets suspicious. In a no-jumper viral interview, Blacc 100 and Loose Cannon discussed a phone call from Big U that occurred shortly before Nipsey Hussle's tragic death. Loose Cannon claimed that Big U called him approximately 30 minutes before Nipsey was shot, a detail that has fueled speculation about Bigg's knowledge of the events leading up to the incident-off Nipsey Hussle death incident, and I will get into it on own separate video. The conversation between Blacc 100 and Loose Cannon also touched on broader issues within the hip-hop community, including allegations of snitching and the dynamics of street politics. They expressed frustration over being labeled informants and emphasized their commitment to authenticity and transparency in their dealings. Big U, facing a 43-count federal indictment that includes charges of racketeering and extortion, has denied any wrongdoing. He suggested that individuals like Blacc 100 and Loose Cannon are attempting to tarnish his reputation, a claim that Blacc 100 has vehemently denied. Now let's get into the real story. Here the story goes. The backdrop, Rolling 60s, brotherhood, and business. To understand the parking lot incident, you have to know who the players are and what the climate was like at the time. Nipsey Hussle, Ermias Askedum, was more than a rapper. He was a visionary entrepreneur and community activist, born and raised in the Crenshaw district of South Central Los Angeles. Nipsey was affiliated with the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, one of the largest and most influential sets in Los Angeles. Blacc Sam, Nipsey's older brother, was more low-key, but no less important. He handled much of the business side of things for the Marathon Clothing and All Money In, Nipsey's independent label. Sam wasn't known to be a gang member, but his presence was respected on the streets, especially in the Crenshaw and Slaza corridor. Big U, Eugene Henley, was a former OG from the Rolling 60s who did a long stretch in prison and came out with strong community aspirations. He was deeply respected, but also viewed as an old-school figure who still had pull in the streets. For a period, he acted as a kind of mentor or advisor to Nipsey. Some say he even helped protect and position Nipsey early on.
My brother, Blacc Sam, he's a monster. You know, I don't know nobody like him. You know what I mean? He's a cold grinder. You know what I'm saying? So to have him on the team, that's like a cheat code. You know, he worked 7 days a week. He the one run the shop. He the one do all the payroll for all the employees, do all the keep the inventory stocked, as well as wrote video treatments and, you know, be on set. editing videos. He wear 15 hats. He do what it needed. He do everything that need to be done. Put money in when it's time to pay people, and you know, he wear all hats. You know what I mean? And he ain't never been a yes man. Me and him, we almost fight every time we make an album. In real life, we almost go to blows. We might wrestle and choke each other because I don't know, we want to hear that shit, but it's always honest.
At one point, Big U and Nipsey were close, to the point where Big U was involved in Nipsey's management during his mixtape run. He was reportedly acting as a road manager when Nipsey was touring. But things started to shift as Nipsey grew bigger and began asserting more independence. The build-up, family, loyalty, and growing tensions. The first reported spark came from a personal issue. Nipsey's daughter, Imani, was living at the time with her mother, who is allegedly Big U's niece. Nipsey, worried about the environment his daughter was being raised in, particularly due to certain street affiliations and unsafe settings, reportedly went over to the residence to address it directly. Details are fuzzy, but Nipsey allegedly got into a physical confrontation with someone at the house. This incident did not go unnoticed. The story goes that word got back to Big U, and he wasn't pleased that Nipsey showed up at his niece's spot, causing a ruckus. Whether out of street loyalty, family protection, or personal pride, Big U allegedly decided to confront Nipsey in person. The parking lot incident. It all came to a head at the parking lot of the Marathon clothing store, located at Crenshaw and Slauson, the same lot where Nipsey would later tragically be gunned down in 2019. According to community accounts, particularly from locals and Reddit threads that have surfaced since, Big U pulled up to the lot with a few people, possibly intending to have a heated talk or even make an example of Nipsey. Things quickly escalated into a physical altercation. Big U allegedly punched Nipsey during this confrontation, and it wasn't a one-on-one type of situation. The vibes were serious. This wasn't just two men hashing out a disagreement. This was politics, pride, and personal history boiling over in public. Blacc Sam, who was on site, reportedly came out and discharged a firearm, a warning shot into the air, not aimed at anyone, to try to break things up and protect his brother. Police were called shortly after. Several people were detained. Nobody was charged, and everyone was released the next day. But the damage had been done. Trust was shaken. Loyalties were questioned. Nipsey started distancing himself from Big U. He continued to build his empire independently, with Blacc Sam fully behind him. The Marathon clothing store became more than a brand. It was a symbol of independence. A Black-owned business on gang turf that pushed peace, ownership, and community progress. Despite the confrontation, there are reports that Nipsey and Big U eventually reconciled, at least on a business level. Big U resumed working as a tour manager for a bit during the rollout of Victory Lap, Nipsey's Grammy-nominated debut album. But interviews from Big U after Nipsey's death show some tension lingering. In some Vlad TV clips, he was clearly frustrated with the way people were portraying him. There were also rumors about a possible extortion attempt or disputes over money and credit. Member of the Rollin' 60s Crips, but evolved into a businessman, entrepreneur, and peacemaker among the deadliest gangs in Los Angeles. Opened a Marathon clothing store at the strip mall he once hustled outside of. Involved in tech, real estate, and community reform. Advocated for Black ownership, gang unity, and generational wealth. Allegedly a member of the same gang, Rollin' 60s Crips, as Nipsey. Not a stranger to Nipsey, they grew up in the same community and crossed paths before. The day it happened, March 31st, 2019. Location outside the Marathon clothing store, 3400 West Slauson Avenue, Los Angeles. Nipsey was at the store without security. He stopped by unannounced to get clothes for a friend who had just been released from prison. It was meant to be a quick visit, a favor. The tension. Eric Holder showed up to the store. According to witnesses, including Nipsey's close friends, they had a brief and uncomfortable conversation. Nipsey allegedly confronted Holder about rumors that he had been snitching, cooperating with law enforcement. It wasn't loud, no screaming, just a warning-like vibe. There's word going around. You should clear that up. Reportedly what Nipsey told him. Nipsey wasn't disrespectful, but in street politics, being accused of snitching is a dangerous stain on someone's name. Even bringing it up, respectfully, can be seen as disrespect. Roughly 10 minutes after the conversation, Eric Holder returned to the strip mall with a Blacc semi-automatic handgun and a silver revolver. Surveillance shows him walking up to Nipsey and the group, firing multiple shots at close range, walking away, then coming back twice to shoot more, kicking Nipsey in the head before fleeing the scene. Nipsey was hit at least 10 times, including shots to the head and torso. 2 others were also injured. He was pronounced dead at the hospital at 33 years old. Why did Eric Holder do it? Motive: alleged ego, embarrassment, and retaliation. Holder was allegedly already on thin ice in the streets. Being told, even politely, that you're a snitch can be a death sentence for reputation. Some believe Holder felt disrespected, publicly embarrassed, or like his credibility was being questioned in front of people he knew. He left, stewed over it, and came back with vengeance. But let's be clear, Nipsey wasn't trying to start drama. He was known for confronting things in a calm, constructive way. The idea was likely to help Holder clean up his name, but street politics aren't rational. He was charged with first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and firearm possession. During trial, his defense claimed heat of the moment, trying to argue manslaughter over premeditated murder. But the video footage, witness accounts, and multiple return shots made it clear this was intentional. Verdict. In July 2022, Eric Holder was found guilty of first-degree murder of Nipsey Hussle, attempted voluntary manslaughter of the 2 other men who were shot, possession of a firearm by a felon. He was sentenced in February 2023 to 60 years to life in prison, which I personally feel wasn't enough at all. He should probably grade to be executed for killing major figure who tried to uplifting the communities. He was one of the few who made it out and came back to give back. His life was taken by someone from his own community, which made it feel like a betrayal. He was working with LAPD and Rock Nation to reduce gang violence the very next day after he was killed. Legacy and conspiracies after death. After Nipsey's murder in 2019, new conspiracy theories started popping up online. Some believed Big U had prior knowledge of Nipsey's killing. Others pointed to calls Big U made around the time of the shooting, e.g., the loose cannon interview mentioning Big U calling him 30 minutes before Nipsey's death. Whack 100, another controversial LA figure, poured fuel on the fire by alleging shady dealings around Nipsey's name, even claiming there were tapes of compromising behavior being used to extort Lauren London, which was allegedly tied to Big U, though Big U denied any involvement. A man reputed to be a Los Angeles gang leader passed himself off as a community activist while he was running a mafia-like organization and committing a number of offenses, including the murder of an aspiring rapper. a man reputed to be a Los Angeles gang leader passed himself off as a community activist while he was running a mafia-like organization and committing a number of offenses, including the murder of an aspiring rapper. Sylvester V. Robinson, 59, Mark Bear Claw Martin, 50, and Henley were among 19 people accused in the wide-ranging charges. While Henley assumed the role of community peacemaker, officials said he was really an active member of the Rollin 60s Crip Street gang. He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, Developing Options, which purports to help at-risk youth escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas, acting according to the U.S. Attorney Joseph McNally. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, McNally continued. Henley's Big U Enterprises was a mafia-like organization that utilized Mr. Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Crips criminal street gang and other gangs here in Los Angeles to intimidate businesses and individuals, McNally added. Authorities said Henley fatally shot an aspiring rapper called RW in court documents in North Las Vegas, Nevada, and dumped the victim's body in a ditch near Interstate 15 in January 2021 after the musician recorded a diss track about Henley. Henley passed himself off as a community activist interested in bringing peace to South Los Angeles. But the operation was really just a vehicle to scam celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses for donations that were embezzled, McNally said. Henley fraudulently obtained funding from the city of Los Angeles' mayor's office through the Gang Reduction Youth Development Foundation, according to the complaint. That city fund awarded Developing Options $2.352 million from July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2023, and Henley drew hundreds of thousands of dollars in salary, prosecutors alleged. He also defrauded and attempted to defraud the Small Business Administration for loans that benefited the Big U enterprise, the complaint added. Henley used this charity as a front, McNally said. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprise activities, and to evade detection from law enforcement. Henley also did not take well to disrespect and had a simmering beef with popular Los Angeles rapper Nipsey Hussle, according to the criminal complaint filed against him. Nipsey Hussle recorded a diss track about Henley, saying he is a scrapper, not a rapper. Even after they were said to have squashed that beef, Henley believed the young rapper needed to be disciplined. Nipsey Hussle's brother intervened, but not before violence erupted, and when LAPD officers arrived on the scene, a firearm was present and discharged, according to the complaint. A member of the Rollin 60s murdered Nipsey Hussle in 2019, the complaint said. The arrests also netted 49 weapons, 5 pounds of meth, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash, said Ted Dox, the special agent in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles office. These allegations remain unverified, and Big U has denied all wrongdoing. He even sent cease and desist letters to platforms spreading these claims. The parking lot incident wasn't just a fight. It was a microcosm of the tension between the old ways of the streets and the new era of Black empowerment Nipsey was ushering in. It was about loyalty, independence, control, and legacy. Nipsey's dream was to break the cycle, to own land, uplift his people, and prove you could come from gang culture and still evolve past it. But even visionaries have to confront the past they come from. That moment in the parking lot, that was one of those confrontations. Let me know if you want a breakdown of WAC 100's role or the victory lap / Atlantic Records business split between Nip and Big U2. There's a lot more to this story. reputed Los Angeles gang leader Big U, was then indicted in connection to 2021 slaying. OT-58 was still at large by late Wednesday morning. Reputed Los Angeles gang leader indicted in connection to 2021 slaying, other crimes. As of April 18th, 2025, Eugene Big U Henley, a 58-year-old reputed leader of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips in Los Angeles, is in federal custody following his surrender to authorities on March 19. He faces a 43-count federal indictment encompassing charges such as racketeering, murder, extortion, fraud, and tax evasion. Key allegations. 2021 murder. Henley is accused of orchestrating the 2021 killing of aspiring rapper Rayshawn Williams, who was signed to Henley's label, Unique Music. Prosecutors allege that after Williams recorded a song critical of Henley, he was murdered and his body was left in a desert area near Las Vegas. Fraud and embezzlement. Henley allegedly embezzled funds from his anti-gang charity, Developing Options, which received public funding. He is also accused of defrauding celebrities, including NBA players Draymond Green and Shaquille O'Neal, by soliciting charitable donations that were misappropriated. Racketeering activities. The indictment details a range of criminal activities attributed to Henley and his associates, including robbery, extortion, wire fraud, and tax-related offenses. Authorities describe the operation as a mafia-like enterprise. Legal proceedings. Henley has pleaded not guilty to all charges. His arraignment occurred on April 8th in Los Angeles federal court, with a detention hearing scheduled for April 10th. If convicted, he faces a potential life sentence. Nipsey Hussle's life is more than a rap career. It's a blueprint for empowerment, economic revolution, and community transformation. Below is a full, expanded reflection on what we truly learned from his journey, layer by layer, with context, history, and meaning behind every move Hamade. The marathon, a philosophy, not a slogan. More than that, he invested in his own neighborhood, buying up the very strip mall he once hustled in front of, turning it into a Black-owned commercial hub. He didn't wait for politicians or city planners. He reclaimed the block. He made economic freedom the new revolution. Instead of trying to get a record deal, try to own your own label. Instead of trying to get a rental car for the weekend, get your credit together and lease a car long term. Nipsey. The real flex isn't fame. It's ownership, assets, and creating generational wealth in your name. He had plans for low-income housing, STEM education, and gang intervention programs. His money was circulating in South Central, not leaving it. Real change doesn't come from charity. It comes from ownership, access, and opportunity in the places that need it most. Ironically, he was gunned down by someone from his own world, a man he once knew. His death is a tragic reminder that trying to rise while staying rooted in dangerous environments comes with heavy risks. You can't come back to your hood and be a superhero. It don't work like that. Nipsey. It's noble to uplift where you came from, but you must move strategically because not everyone grows with you. Self-education. Learn what schools don't teach. Lesson 5. Knowledge is the first investment. Nipsey was self-taught. He never went to college, but he educated himself on finance, marketing, history, spirituality, and politics. He read books like Contagious by Jonah Berger, which inspired his $100 mixtape strategy. 3 magic words about the power of consciousness. Behold a pale horse on government conspiracy and awareness. He treated knowledge like currency. What he lacked in formal education, he made up for in obsessive learning. You don't need school to be brilliant. You need curiosity, hunger, and discipline. He showed that black men can be layered, spiritual and street smart, soft and strategic. Real strength includes vulnerability, balance, and self-awareness. Real estate, cryptocurrency, police brutality, mental health, legacy, and loyalty. He used his art as a tool, not just to express himself, but to uplift and inform others. He didn't glorify violence, he explained its roots. He didn't flaunt money, he explained how to earn it. I'm not just trying to get rich, I'm trying to teach you how to fish. Influence is a tool. Use it to teach, inspire, and create change, not just to shine. Because legacy speaks louder than trends. Because he stood for something. He taught us that what we do for ourselves dies with us, but what we do for others lives forever. Live in a way that your absence becomes just as powerful as your presence. Nipsey Hussle lived by a code that he believed in ownership over dependency. He chose impact over fame, that he chose vision over fear. And when he left this earth, he passed on a blueprint. His message: run your marathon, build your lane, give back, move smart, and never let your dreams die in the hood. The highest human act is to inspire. Nipsey Hussle. And my thought on Big U really depends on which angle we read looking from. The street legend, the community leader, or the controversy magnet. So here's Abelin's Perspectivian Eugene, Big U Henley. Big U, a complicated figure in LA culture. He was instrumental in brokering peace between rival sets, guiding youth away from gang life, and helping some artists navigate the industry from street perspective. Props where they're due. Big U did step into community work, creating developing options, offering job placement, and violence intervention programs. A lot of young black men from South LA got a second shot at life because of him. But that cosign also came with whispers of control, extortion, and intimidation. To some, he's a gatekeeper. To others, he's a street boss masking as a mentor. There's always been a tension between his positive community image and street reputation. That situation, especially in hindsight after Nipsey's death, cast a darker shadow on Big U's name. He publicly said he had love for Nip, but many in the culture felt there was unspoken tension and unresolved energy. But public perception has shifted. People are wondering, was his community work genuine or strategic? Has he evolved or just gotten better at hiding his hand? Can you ever fully leave the life you once led? You hurt a lot of people. You try to do good. But the streets have always followed him. My final thought: can someone who once ran the streets truly become a community leader without ever paying the full price for their past? An end of the story of the Nipsey Hussle, Blacc Sam, and Big Up Parking Lot incident.